got our friend Chad to do that.
That was so funny.
It's the best. It's one thing for some ham and egger to say it. This is the Hillsborough County Sheriff who says if you don't listen, you may find yourself in jail.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It is the
it's
best.
so funny. I love it.
Mickey Mouse game this weekend. I don't know if you're aware of it. Mickey Mouse versus Donald Duck in the NFC versus AFC flag football game.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the whole flag football thing. I grew up with Sean Taylor knocking the punter out of his mind,
and spitting on Michael Pittman.
That's I want to see again the gap between the Super Bowl, the same one college football has, 2-week gap between the playoff game and the championship game. NFL does too, and the Pro Bowl is a thing to give fans another game to watch in between those things, and I'll watch the flag football thing to see how it goes. I'm a fan of the NFL, but I want to see guys in pads.
I get it though. No player, and you've talked about it. You talked about what happened to you, and that an opposing player saved you from possibly getting injured.
Yes.
The last thing you want to do is go out there and A, not give it 100%, because then you can get injured, or B, give it 100%, and it's now off season, and you just tore something, broke something, whatever. So I get that more than, the game, the All-Star game, the middle of the year, middle of the season.
Yes.
Is a little different. I get it, but it's been flag football for years.
It has.
So let's make it flag football.
But I just think it's more watered down because at this point, Pro Bowl used to be a notch on your belt as a player, right? You are a Pro Bowler, and that's your Hall of Fame, thing that you get to post to your Pro Bowler. Now it's you have guys getting the Pro Bowls who play 2 games, 3 games, and so I think it's a little bit more
Pro Bowl talk in a minute. And our next guest could probably make the Pro Bowl, but he's a little busy come Saturday night. Let's welcome to the program, Derrick Lewis. Derrick, how are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your time. I'm going to sit here and watch a grown man, an NFL football player, is going to act like a 3-year-old. He's so excited to talk to you.
Dude, listen, man. Derrick, I love you. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'm not ashamed.
Is it because you're both living in Houston, or what's the story?
I'm from Nigeria. I grew up in Houston. I love you. I love everything you're about. You're hilarious. I support you in all your fights. I went to your fights in Houston. Dude, you are amazing. And again, I'm gonna fan out right now, which is rare for me. But
you're going to. You already have.
Yeah, I already have it. And I'm gonna do it because, dude, you're amazing, bro. And I much respect. I'll have a question for you right now. How did you get the nickname, the Black Beast?
My favorite animal is the gorilla. So that's all I have to say. It's the gorilla. So I'm proud of my chest like a gorilla. I do my post-fight celebration
on the radio, but my favorite moment in the UFC is when you took your pants off and you said, "My balls is hot." Is one of my favorite moments ever watching UFC as a young fan. And dude, you are amazing. I can't say it enough. I'm a huge fan. Much respect to you and your wife.
Are you done? Are you done fanboying?
I'm not done. So you can ask another question, but I'm not done fanboying out because this is my guy right here.
All right, Derrick, let's try to bring it back just for a minute and then fanboy.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, thank you, man.
Just the beginning of fight week, and I'm just curious, you've had many fight weeks. Are they all the same? Do you keep them all pretty much the same?
Yeah, they are the same. Same old question. Same old.
All right, well, I'm going to change up the question then for a second for you, Derrick, because
I can't give you a good answer because it's local radio. It's not satellite. So I think I got to be PG. So
exactly.
I'm trying to answer the best I can.
All right, I appreciate it. Well, we have a very special giveaway that we're going to do later on the show from both of our friends at MMA Bobblehead. We're going to give away one of your limited edition Derrick Lewis bobbleheads. And I'm just curious, talk to us about what that process was like, getting this bobblehead, being involved in the making of the bobblehead with Dave Manley.
I'm sure. He just told me how much he willing to pay me. And I said, all right, cool, let's do it. And that was it.
So Derek, I want to first thank you. I used to drive a Mercedes-Benz, and when Dave Manley gave me the Christmas ornament of you, I hung it in my rearview mirror. And I tell you, it was the best anti-theft deterrent. Nobody looked at the car. Nobody broke into the car. I didn't lose anything for 3 years because they're like, this guy must either know the Black Beast or translate the Black Beast, and I don't want nothing to do with that.
Of course, man. Of course. Anything black in your car, nobody ain't gonna want that.
Derek, I can't even remember my questions right now. All I do know is I can't wait to watch you fight. I love watching you fight. I tune into all your fights. It's a few people I love to watch: Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, guys like that. You are there with me. I can't wait to watch you fight and go get a knockout, go get a win. I love watching you, bro. You're amazing. Thank you for your services to entertain all of us.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I won't let you guys down this week, for sure.
Derek, what are you thinking about while you're fighting? I mean, have you ever caught yourself like just not thinking and it just flowing as the fight goes on?
I'm always thinking about everything else but fighting. You know, I'm thinking about, man, I should have had sex with my wife before I left. Man, I shouldn't have ate that food that I ate before the fight. I'm always thinking about something other than fighting.
You saw him knock out Curtis Blades.
I've seen every fight.
You've seen every fight, dude. This guy. Sorry, I'm fanboying out right now.
How did you have to change any kind of the preparation because your fight's going to be so much later than normal?
No, because that's how I started fighting. I started off fighting around 2 or 3 o'clock, leaving the bar. I started fighting in the street. So it's going to be just like an old time. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, leaving the bar, fighting. I'm getting paid.
So Derek, you know, there's a lot of guys that get into the UFC because they're big in size or they're tough guys and their willpower and determination gets them to that level. For you, man, it really seems like your skill has evolved so much since you first started. Like, you know, what's that process been like? I mean, are you a true student of the art now, or do you love the process and the journey?
I don't, but they keep paying me, so I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to figure out something that I can do to keep getting myself in shape. So get out here and do what they say, do what they think that I love to do. So that's all it's been about.
It's funny that you said it that way, Derek. There's a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Marcus Jones, who then did try to come into the UFC. He was on The Ultimate Fighter. And he would always say that he didn't like football. He was just good at it and got paid a lot of money to do it. And now you're the second person. Nobody else has ever said that, at least, you know, that I've heard. It's Marcus and now you saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's all it's about. It's about money to me. You know, I wouldn't do too much crazy thing for a piece of change, but I do some fighting for a piece of change.
How do you relax, whether it's fight week, next month? What's a typical Derrick Lewis, not in the gym, not training, relaxing day?
I'm watching South Park or Rick and Morty or something like that to make me laugh. Keep my mind off.
How can he get better? How can he possibly get better? He watches Rick and Morty. How can he get better?
Yeah, Rick and Morty, man.
It's impossible. Okay, Derek.
I'm so hopefully like the new they don't change the voice of the Rick and Morty, the producer or the editor or whatever, the one that just got in trouble.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a question for you. Obviously, in the heavyweight division, John Jones and Serghel are going to fight. You famously have a quote when they asked you about fighting in a 5-round fight, and you said, "I got to get my cardio up," and I loved it. You know, you have all the best quotes from every MMA thing ever next to Conor McGregor. Like, you're the top guy as far as quotes go because you're real. So after the Serghel and John Jones fight happens, do you want the shot at whoever wins now that Francis is kind of, you know, doing his own thing and making his way out? Like, do you want to chase that?
It don't matter. You know, I'm coming off a couple of losses, so I'm trying to get back in that title contention anyway. So I'm kind of far away to be even talking about a title shot right now. So I'm just gonna put some wings together and see what we go from there.
Listen, I'm selfish, and I want to see you in there. I don't care about the rest of
We'll be
the
there.
Yeah, ain't nobody in there doing like you doing, man. Ain't nobody in there as exciting as you. I love your fight with Tuivasa. I was there. Me and Randy were both there. We was front row, watched it, and I want to see you in there mixing it up for a title fight, dude. So much respect. I'm not even being a media personality right now.
Yeah, we know.
Here.
We all know that.
I'm over here pointing out, but dude, so much respect, bro. So much love. I'll let Randy close it out.
No, I just love watching an NFL player just losing his
Dude, I'm
mind.
fanboying out, dude. I love this guy. I love this guy.
No, I think it's funny because Caleb's weighing in over 300 pounds. So, like, compared to Derrick, he's under the limit, obviously. So here Caleb is acting like a 3-year-old. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness,
so
I love
good,
this guy.
so pure.
Derrick, we want to thank you. Thank you for a couple of minutes. We would now have video of Caleb acting like a 6-year-old. It's outstanding. We're looking forward to seeing you back in it, doing what you do best Saturday night. I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as a case of salsa from Blue Smoke Salsa, which I'm sure you will
clothing
enjoy.
from you want to send him some clothing from your clothing line, Caleb?
I definitely will send him some clothes from my line. So because Muhammad Usman rocks my stuff all the time, so I need to send Derrick some stuff.
So we'll definitely set all that up. We appreciate your time,
Yeah,
Derrick. Have a lot of fun on Saturday, and I know you're going to entertain.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Take
awesome.
care. That is
bro.
the Black Beast getting back in it, and yeah, that's a different side of Caleb that I've never seen.
Yeah.
Well, except for when Larry the Cable Guy was on.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that we can't get on because you're going to act like a 6-year-old?
You know, you got to pick certain guys because, like, dude, I literally am texting Joe McCoy right now about me interviewing Derrick Lewis. That's how much, like,
I mean, we
that's how
interviewed
excited I am.
I don't know. I was going to say I wouldn't necessarily call that an interview.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah, me fanboying out. I'm literally texting Joe right now, like, dude, like, you wouldn't believe this. I'm talking to Derrick Lewis.
Well, we were talking to him.
It's
a group effort. It's a group effort.
It's a group effort. Like, it's so much fun.
Did you see the
dude. I love this
bobblehead
guys.
that where he's banging his chest?
Can I buy that for me?
No. But I mean, I can get you a big one. I'll call Dave Manley. I don't know what they go for. I'm sure you want the autographed one.
For sure.
I would love the autograph one.
Okay. I'll make a call to Dave and see what that'll cost.
So tonight there's 2 Springfields in town apparently.
Yeah.